So what are the symptoms you may be having that would require decompression? I'll just list them, then I'll explain why. So low back pain, arthritis in your low back, disc degeneration or disc arthritis in your low back, shooting pain down your leg like sciatic. Even things like knee pain or foot pain can be experienced from the nerve being entrapped in the low back. Digestion problems, and this is odd. It's like, why would digestion problems need low back? I'll explain this in a minute. But those are the common ones. Glute pain, glute muscle pain, or chronically having to pull muscles in your low back, straining when you're sitting, you can't sit up, poor posture. So this is what happens. If you can see this, these four bones, a healthy bone with healthy discs, a stressed bone, the discs are just becoming stressed, then the degeneration. And what happens is when the disc degenerates, there's an area for this nerve to come out. It's a big hole. So imagine a garden hose feeding your garden. And if there's degeneration or a subluxation, a misalignment, it puts pressure on or squeezes that nerve, squeezes that garden hose. So if we put a rock on the garden hose and you're only getting 50% supply to the garden, what happens to the garden? It dies. Well, these nerves that come out of this spine, they go to all the areas that I was just explaining. They go into the back, into the glute, down into the legs, the knees, the feet. They can cause neuropathy pain, but those same branches of nerves go to your bowels, your colon, your bladder, your prostate, men, your ovaries and reproductive system. So if those nerves are trapped or compressed, they need to be opened up. That's what the decompression does. That's what chiropractic care does. It realigns and takes pressure off that disc, off that nerve, to then allow the nerve flow. So it's just as like that rock on the garden hose. If we went over and we could take the rock off the garden hose, allow that normal supply, the garden would then start to grow again. And this is almost identical to what happens to the body, because when you start taking pressure off the nerve by adjustments and decompression, it's not like we're taking the rock on the garden hose and getting it off 100%. It's what we're doing is moving it 5%, 3%, 10%. We're moving it in small increments over time. Then it becomes 100% flow. Then the rock just gets completely off the garden hose, and then it restores the garden. The pressure on the nerve gets completely restored. It gets off that nerve. So as the nerve starts to travel, it doesn't just heal immediately. We may get pain relief immediately, but then sometimes it comes back, or the discomfort comes back, or the bowels start to change, but it takes 2 or 3 months at times to allow complete healing, just like the garden. So if you restore water to the garden, the next day when you run out to your garden, it's not going to be restored. The plants and vegetables aren't going to be growing again, but they're going to have the ability to grow because the normal water flow is there. The same is true for your nerve and coming out of your back. When you take pressure off that nerve, now the ability is there for it to be restored. That's how God created us, with this amazing restoration of healing every day. But healing comes through our nerves. So as we take pressure off the nerve, the healing starts to be restored. So the glute pain, the sciatic pain, the knee pain, the foot pain, the neuropathy, the low back pain, the discomfort, the immobility to move gradually start to heal. And then within a short period of time, you notice you don't have that problem anymore. So that's what decompression can do to assist in the adjustments and the rehab that we offer to go to a whole another level of healing. It's absolutely incredible.